Hey everyone, Brit Carmichael here, bringing you Woo Woo Wednesday, your live weekly oracle reading. I'm so excited to join you on today's new moon in Pisces. I love when Woo Woo Wednesday falls on a new and full moon because it's such an awesome time to celebrate with you guys and to remind you that new moons are all about setting new intentions. So I want to know what your intentions are for this new moon. This moon in Pisces is all about getting in tune with your intuitive side, your psychic side. Pisces is a sign of that flowing, feminine, very intuitive woo-woo, and this is what I'm asking you to tap into. What has your intuition been nudging you? What has that inner voice been saying to you? Like, maybe I need to start working out, or maybe I need to stop doing this. What has your inner voice been guiding you to? I'd love to know. So say hello in the comments if you're watching. Hey Katie, hey Lindsay. It's so good to see you guys. Today I'm going to be reading from the Nature's Whisper Oracle deck. I'm super excited to read out of this deck because I am hoping that it brings in the spring. I am so ready for warm weather and flowers and a fresh start. You know, we've got the spring equinox at the end of the month after Mercury retrograde. Okay, let's talk about Mercury in the room. Yesterday, Mercury went retrograde, and that means that it's just a time of slowing down, releasing what doesn't serve you anymore, reorganizing your life, and getting a new game plan, kind of rearranging your priorities so that when this 3.5-week cycle is over, you have more clarity on the direction you do want to be going, because that's when the spring equinox hits and we're ready for a new year. That's actually the beginning of a new year in the astrological world. So I thought I would help us bring in spring by pulling some cards from the Nature's Whispers deck. You guys are so, yay! I need to believe in the love that is showing up. Yes. Love is always present. The question is, will you let it in? It's always surrounding you at every single moment. Katie says she's purged stuff out of her bathroom. No wonder. I'm ready for spring. Yes, same. So I am excited. I hope we bring in some good weather. Thank you so much for joining me. Also, I just want to make a quick announcement. If you are local, tonight is my Goddess Gathering at 7 p.m. up here in Frisco. So I've posted all about the event on Facebook and I've shared it on my Instagram. So you guys will find the information if you just take a look. So if you're interested, join us tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm super pumped. We have so many new people showing up and I cannot wait. So let's dive in. Let's see what's going on. And I want to know what's going on in your world right now. While I'm shuffling, I want you to set that intention, right? New moons are all about setting an intention. What is it that you want to create in your life? And here's the trick. Here's what I'm learning and receiving information on for this new moon. It's about focus. What's that one single focus that you can draw your attention to that will make you closer to your goals, the ones that actually matter to you? So we've got like a twofold intention here, right? We have to decide, where are we even going? If we're going to live an intentional life, we have to decide what steps we're going to take and what direction we're going, instead of aimlessly going, well, life is just happening, I don't know. No, you're in control. And when you decide the direction you want to go, that's when you realize you've reclaimed your power. So I want you guys to set an intention. Where do you want to go? How do you want to feel? What is that next step for you? And then today's intention should be, what is that one action step that I can do to get me closer to that, right? We can set intentions and daydream all day about starting a business and changing the world, but if we never have the courage to put up a website or start a Facebook or start an Instagram or whatever you got to do to get your message out there, if we never take the action, then it's just dreaming. And I want you guys to do more than just dream. I want you to actually realize it, because it is possible, but it takes action. Intention plus action equals dreams coming true. My intention is to gain more abundance. Thanks, love and light. Oh, I love that. Abundance in what area? In all areas, of course, but what specifically? Where, like, again, we're talking about focus, right? Abundance could mean a million things. It's so vague to the universe. So like, what specific area do you want to draw more abundance into your life? Waking up earlier to make time for myself. That's so important. You know, self-care is the first thing we've got to do to be able to serve other people. And if we're all here doing our light work, then we know that we have to fill our cup up with that energy so that we can pour that into others. I want to start sharing my poetry. Ooh, I love that. How many creatives feel like they want to express themselves in their own unique way? I mean, we all have that, whether we realized it or not. So what is that unique way that you're going to express your creativity? This is the perfect time, talk about Pisces season, this is the perfect time to get into the arts and allow yourself to be moved by poetry and music and dancing. I think that's really important. Haley says release old cycles that keep popping up. Yeah, this actually, you know, we just had that 333 situation on March 3rd, right? And they were saying that all of the past up until that point is gone. It's over. It's done with. And we have this brand new fresh start. And here we are on a retrograde to reorganize, and then a brand new moon 3 days in a row. That's like, that's sequential for a reason. So this is a total restart for us. So how many of you feel like you need a fucking restart, like a refresh in your life? Would you be interested in putting poems with my art? Ooh, cards just flipped out whenever I read that. So I feel like you guys need to team up. How amazing. Okay, so I need to find a place to put these cards really quick. All right, guys. So what new start? What fresh start? Where do you need that cleansing in your life? Spring is always an amazing time for detoxing and decluttering. So what is that one area that you can clear out the clutter so that when you do call in these new experiences into your life, they actually have somewhere to go? There's space for it. Okay, let's see. I would love that. So you guys need to, okay, one's on Facebook and one's on Instagram. Okay, BUDDHAFUL_XO. So Facebook, go find her on Instagram. I'm trying to connect you guys. Crazy. Dance. Oh, you guys are, hey Dance, you guys are awesome. Okay, let's see. What is our message for the day? Noodles just had his lunch. So he's wanting to be tucked in. Literally, this cat. You guys, 1 second. Come on, kitty. Here you go, buddy. Okay, like real life problems. How many of you have a cat or an animal that, you know, they roll the house? Okay, we've got 2 cards that have popped up for the week, and I am using the Nature's Whispers Oracle deck, so let's see what comes up. Nope, doesn't want to come out. All right, whoop, that one does. I love when it happens like that. Okay, and while I'm shuffling, last card, set your intention. What is it that you need most right now in your life? Where can you draw more focus and clarity to set an intention for change in your life? All right, last card just popped up. Okay. Cards are flying, guys. Oh, and get this, guys. Guess who just got all of her samples for my Oracle deck? So I've been sent like tons of cards, different textures and quality, so that I can see what kind of cards I want to print my Oracle deck on. So if you guys have been following along on the journey, actually I want to show you these cards. These are the coolest cards I think I have ever seen in my life. And with it being a new moon, it seems perfect because they're actually moon phase cards. They're circles, guys. Check out this awesome Oracle deck. So actually, you can see they are different moon phases and different representations of what each phase of the moon, how it affects us and what we can pay attention to. So let's see, for example, the waxing crescent is a creative moon. Interesting that I would pull that card since I was just saying how this is the perfect time for you to get back in touch with your creativity and express yourself in a unique way. Isn't that so cool? So I'm going to show you I'll show you one more thing before we move on, and I'll do y'all's reading, but I just wanted to bring you guys along this journey with me. So these cards, they have a butter smooth finish. They're super slick, which I like because they're easy to shuffle, and they're the exact size of the cards that I will be using. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick peek and behind the scenes of what is going on with my Oracle deck creation. It has been a long process and a long road, and it's been so much fun every single step of the way. But I feel like in sharing that, I should say that when you have a dream, which I had this dream to create an Oracle deck. I've been reading for years for you guys now. I had this dream that I needed to create it, but I needed to find the perfect person that could take those images and and bring them to life. And it took over a year to find that person, and I never settled. And it's taken time to figure out the right printer and the right company. And so I think it's really important for you guys to know that when you have a dream, like we're talking about in the beginning, we all have this vision of our life, or of this goal that we want to bring into the world, right? But it takes time. This is not an overnight process. So I just wanted to bring you guys along the journey with me and show you guys like what I'm going through along the way. So maybe if you're inspired, hey, if you're inspired to create a deck, then you know you'll have seen like exactly the process that I'm going through. So I just wanted to share some of these awesome samples with you. And thank you so much for all of your support. You guys have sent so many messages and so many sweet comments about the deck and when is it going to be released? We're hoping this summer, but I'm just going with the flow, guys. So actually, International Women's Day is on the 8th, and I'll be posting a new sneak peek because we've got one that represents girl power like no other. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys. Okay, let's dive in. I know you guys are waiting. Holy shit, the first card came with 2, is Intuition and Celebrate Differences. Could it not be better that intuition is the first card that popped up when I'm talking about how intuitive Pisces is? It's about getting back in touch with your inner nature, your inner knowing. So this is saying you have this brilliant mind. You have all these amazing things popping through there going, man, I want to be created through you. Wouldn't it be nice if I could do that? Yes, you are meant for those dreams and visions that you are receiving. You're receiving them because you're the one meant to do them. I'm not receiving your dreams, and Chris isn't receiving your dreams, and Katie isn't receiving your dreams, right? You are receiving them because they're meant for you. So what is your intuition showing you? What is she guiding you to do? You're here to create something. You have a unique talent and skill that you're meant to share with the world. So stop denying your gift by playing small, and trust yourself, because you have everything you need within you to take that next step and to have the courage to take action and to say, you know what, the past is over and I am allowed to make new choices, and I'm no longer going to allow the fear that held me back in the past because maybe I messed up or maybe I made the quote wrong choice. But here's the thing, when you learn the lesson, there is no wrong choice. And when it pops up with Celebrate Differences, like, we all are uniquely different. We all are the same. We all have the fundamental basic build of the same freaking carbon and oxygen and sodium and all that crap. Like, we're all fundamentally the same. But the way that we express our spirit is so uniquely different. There's no two alike. No twins are exactly alike. They have different quirks and they express in a different way, right? It's like when parents try to dress them the same and like make them the same, which they're not. Sure, they may have come at the same time, but we are all totally different. So I think it's really important for you to recognize that without, like, you're here for a reason. If your contribution wasn't necessary, nature is perfect. You wouldn't be here. So what is it that you are being called to offer? How are you being called to show up and shine? I always ask people, what lights you up? What are you passionate about? That's exactly what you are meant to do, is to follow that thing that makes you excited, because without passion, it's boring. What's the point? What's the purpose, right? I am a twin. Well, let's find out, because I'm not a twin. I have a twin flame that I'm married to, but I'd love to know, are you uniquely different from your twin? Do you express yourself in your own unique way? So this is saying we all have a contribution. This is showing all the fish, the animals, the birds, the water, the people, like, all of us play an amazing part. And if we just take a moment to listen and say, what am I here to do? Like, what good can I contribute? Then you will be met with an answer. But the question now that I'm being called to remind you is, will you have the courage to take the action? Because we all can hear it. We all know. We all know, but it's when someone else says like the same thing, you're like, oh my God, I knew that. I've been thinking that. Now the question is, do you have the courage to go after it? We're uniquely different. Yes, I love that. Perfect. So there you go. There's a twin. There's a twin. Talking about manifesting on a new moon, guys. Okay, let me see. I'm taking small steps and following the ideas that come. I don't believe in myself, but I am trying my best to put that negative side to one side so I can follow through with action. That is the perfect place to be. One, you have awareness that you have a negative inner mean girl voice. That's the perfect place to be, because with that awareness, now you can start making those changes, because what you're starting to do is now here, okay, I have a negative voice that says I don't believe in myself. First, let's clean up your story and say, I do believe in myself. I know that I'm worthy. These dreams are my dreams because I'm meant to bring them into the world. So it's the way that we speak that creates so much of our reality. So let's clean up the story, right? So that we do believe in ourselves. And what it sounds like is you're finally having that courage to say, okay, I hear that negative belief and that negative voice, but I'm still going to take the action anyway. And that is what courage is, because you can't have courage without fear. You know what I mean? Like, there would be no courage if there was no fear. So it's not that we have fear that comes up that is debilitating. Let's stop playing that game. We all have fear. It always comes up for everybody. Even Adele says she has fear before she goes on stage. So I think it's important for you to know that fear will always show up. It's always going to be here. So just say, okay, I always say this, say, hello, fear, I see you, get in the back seat, because this is where we're going. I've got a plan. So don't allow that fear to stop you from taking that action. People like you and yourself are helping me hear the positive messages and putting me on the right track. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful that you are here and you are divinely connected at this time to hear this message, because clearly your guides want you to know that you are worthy and that it is okay for you to trust yourself, that you actually are in control of your life. You get to decide, you know, you get to decide by the way that you speak to yourself and the way that you hold yourself on an emotional state. If you're constantly expressing emotions that feel bad, then you're going to experience a reality that doesn't feel so good. But if you choose joy and you choose to uplift yourself, this is a conscious choice. I'm not saying it's easy. It definitely takes practice. That's why I created Shine School, to guide you through that practice. But it just is it's an intention that you set, that I'm going to live to my highest potential. And to me, that means to come from a place of peace and love. And when I do that, I do good for other people and I do good for myself. You need to be courageous and do it anyways, even when you're fearful. Exactly. Okay, let's move on, guys. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. I cannot thank you guys enough. I love this. Expansion shows up. So I'm going to show you guys expansion. So talk about a new moon and setting an intention. Like, I was on my massage therapist table today and I was telling her a story. I was telling her a story about one of my clients who called and said, if you get a cancellation, please get me in. I said, that never happens. I don't know that I'm sorry. And she was a new client. I'm like, I really wish I could, but that's probably not going to happen. Well, sure enough, I got a cancellation. She was the first person I called. And the reason why she needed to be there in that moment was because the first thing she said to me when she sat down in my chair, mind you, this is at my hair salon. She sat in my chair and I'd never met her before. She didn't really know me. She sat down, she said, today's the day my father passed away 1 year ago. And I was like, well, honey, I'm a medium. No wonder you were trying to get in today. So you never know, like when divine things happen, so we're so quick to blame and judge and be fearful of the change, but maybe there's something better coming through your door or this new opportunity showing up. And sure enough, she said someone called her today and said, if you get a cancellation, please. She said, it's never gonna happen. I said, well, I sure wasn't gonna cancel. She texted me, by the time I wasn't even home yet after my appointment, she said, someone canceled and I'm able to get this client in that needs to be in today. So just trust that no matter what you need, if you just put it out there. See, the answer is no if you don't ask. She had the courage. She said, I need something. I need to take care of myself right now. I'm going through a hard time. She had the courage to call and say, I know it's probably not possible. And so many of you stop right there. And this is where I want to encourage you to take it one step further. Ask and you shall receive. If you don't ask, the answer is no. Put it out there. She put it out there and she did get a no in the beginning, but she still had hope. And if it was meant for her, it would happen. And you know what? It did. So she got she knew it wasn't possible, but still tried anyway. She got told no and still had the faith that maybe something good could happen, and it did. So I'm just saying, whatever you set your intention tonight, make sure it's what you want. Be careful what you wish for. Really important. Really important. Expansion. You're growing. You're expanding. Your awareness, your consciousness. You're starting to wake up and go, oh, hey, these patterns that I've been living in are not very fun. Like this negative talk that I keep telling myself, like I'm done with that. So I want to know, what pattern or belief do you need to break right now so that you can expand? You know, Chris and I host the Elevated Life monthly membership club called The Elevated Life because we know that we're all here to expand, to grow, to consciously evolve. And here's the thing, like, it's not an easy process, and there's a lot of categories that we have to understand in life, and that's why Chris and I didn't have children, so that we could help you guys and help ourselves at the same time figure this whole life thing out, and so that we could all collectively come back to a place of peace and fearlessness and love, guys, following your passions. Trust and hope make a huge difference. Yes. I was talking about hope recently. Someone said, I'm so hopeful. And it made me think, wow, I feel like hope is almost, depending on which energy you bring to it, there's always two sides of the coin. I'm getting philosophical on you guys today. So hope it depends on the energy you bring to hope. Is it hopeful that you know it's possible? Or are you hopeful thinking that it's never going to happen, but it's just maybe that's a good idea? Those two energies are going to decide whether that dream or desire will come true for you. The universe works in mysterious ways, yes, but it also works in ways that you can control if you know how to use your mind, because it's our imagination that is creating this experience. We're co-creating, so there's definitely another layer to that. I could talk about that forever, and actually Chris and I are going to be teaching all about how to manifest, how to use your mind and visualization and the actual scientific techniques that help to create and manifest your entire experience. I've done quite a few crazy manifesting experiences, so I've shared that story. I've shared my Q-tip story with you guys. It was insane. And here's the thing, if you're looking to use your mind in the right way, because worry is manifesting what you don't want, and a lot of you guys are doing that. So, and you know it. You're like, damn it, I knew that was going to happen. Well, sure you did. Of course you did. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So if manifesting is something you want to get a grip on, and you want to learn how to use your mind in a constructive and positive way to bring into the experiences you do want, then I highly recommend you guys jump in the Elevated Life membership with us, because we're teaching on Tuesday, actually. So I love this card. Gratitude and appreciation. Rainbow, unicorn, inner child, field of flowers. This is like my life's dream, right? This is, girl, you're looking hot. Oh, girl, thank you, sister. I just refreshed my hair. New moon, new me. Gratitude and appreciation. So thank you, thank you. So what can you be grateful for? Talking about manifesting, right? This is one of the lessons we'll be teaching, is to appreciate means to make more of. So when we focus on what we don't want, when we focus on the lack or what we don't like about a situation or a person, we draw more energy to it, and what we focus on expands. So when we focus on gratitude and appreciation for the things we do want, we get more of it. So Erica, I'm so grateful for that delicious 4-course dinner you made us the other night. I appreciate it. Big time. To manifest, you want to act as if it is. I'm manifesting getting a new job, and I'm talking and acting as if it is, but I feel like I'm too attached to the outcome now. Yes, that's the other. I can't tell you all the secret. No, I'm just kidding. I love telling you guys the secrets, but that's the thing. You cannot have an attachment to it. If you haven't heard the Q-tip story, I will tell you the Q-tip story. So it's like when you put so much desire and you hold on to it and you focus on it so much, you're actually sending energy saying, I don't have it yet, I don't have it yet, I don't have it yet. But there was this one experience where I said to Chris, man, I really need a new box of Q-tips, because we were out and I used them to clean the cat's ears. I do not use Q-tips. I don't recommend that for your allergy health and your ear health, just saying. But I use it to clean my cat's ears. And I don't stick it, it's okay. Anyway, I needed Q-tips, so I put it out there. I need Q-tips, but I'm not attached to Q-tips like you might be to that job or to that new romance or whatever it may be you're wanting to bring into your life. Not attached to Q-tips at all. So I just said it. I really need a new box of Q-tips. Make it so. Done and done. The next day was Valentine's Day. We walked to the park, and in the park there is a blue present with a gold bow, and half of it is like the flap is open. And I'm like, what in the world? I definitely am curious and went over there and picked up the package. I opened it up, and I'll be damned, it's a box of Q-tips in a blue wrapped present. present with a gold bow, and it was partially open so I could see it. What? That's like not a thing. Like it came wrapped with a bow on it. So here's the thing. When you want something, just put it out there and say, I know it's possible for me. And the bigger the desire, the longer it takes. So have patience. Q-tips weren't a big deal, but oh my gosh, it came wrapped with a bow. Like, how does that even happen? How does that even happen? That's so awesome. It was so crazy. One of the fastest manifesting stories was when I was in Bali on a new moon. Get this. So new moons are really potent, guys. I do the rituals on the day for a reason. So I was in Bali on a new moon, and there was a woman playing live music, and I thought to myself, wow, she has such a beautiful voice. She should sing Come Away With Me by Norah Jones. And the song ended, and bam, she started singing Come Away With Me. She didn't hear me. I was all the way across the room. I just had the thought. I am telling you what, when that song was over, I jumped up out of my seat. I ran to the piano, and I was like, you have no idea how magical that experience was. Like, your voice is amazing, and I totally manifested that. So I think it's really important for you to know that if you just put it out there and just trust, stop thinking about it, just let it go. It'll happen when it's meant to happen. And like I said, the bigger the dream, the longer it takes, especially when other people are involved, because there's free will and they have their world and experience has to line up with your world and experience, and then bam, it happens. So stop putting so much pressure on it. And the more you focus on the fact that you don't have it, is the fact that you're focusing on the lack of it, which keeps it away from you. So just put it out there once. You don't have to keep asking for it. The more you ask, I mean, would you be so, like, how many of you have children that keep asking you the same question over and over and over again? You're like, oh my God, I get it. Like, give me a second. I'm trying to do some shit, you know? Like, just give it time, right? Put it out there, give it time, and trust. Melanie says, this is exactly what I needed to hear. I am so glad I didn't miss it. Woohoo! I'm so glad you're here. Okay, one last time, I want to know, what is your number one focus for this new moon? This is such a potent time to plant these seeds of desire in your heart and soul, and just say, make it so. Done and done. Thank you. And then have the appreciation. I mean, right there, it's written in the rules. Like, have the appreciation as if it already is. You know that part. Now it's letting it go. If you're trying to suffocate it by focusing on the lack of not having it. Manifesting songs, I Want to Hear happens to me a lot. One of my favorite little things in life. That's because music is a way that the other side can communicate to us. And so if you set up all these songs for different loved ones that have passed away, those songs will come on when you start asking them to play it, or if you start putting it out there. You guys have no clue how powerful your thoughts really are. That I am the queen of wellness, always 100% healthy body. Yes, yes. Making sales in my business. Yes. I love hearing your intentions. I'll recap really quick, and if you have any questions, just let me know below. If you'd like to book a private reading, you can check out my website by going to BritneyCarmichael.com/tarot. And if you can't make my Goddess Gathering tonight live, then be sure to check out my blog for my new moon manifesting ritual. I also have a manifesting masterclass on there that you can access. So if you want to learn a little bit more about how to use your mind for conscious creation, then be sure to check out that masterclass. Okay, also having the courage to share my poetry on social media. It's the perfect place to share your poetry. I think I would be send it to me. I'd be honored to read it. It's so amazing. Feels like this message was meant just for me. Thank you. Needed clarity this week. Thank you guys so much. Okay, I'm recapping, right? Intuition. Trust yourself. You know the answer, and celebrate that you are unique. That's exactly why I created my video series, Awaken Your Authentic Self, because when you show up as your authentic self, when you just drop the mask and stop pretending and you just be yourself, dude, you shine, and we're all attracted to that. We love it. Expansion shows up. This is saying the more you trust yourself and the more you celebrate yourself, that you're going to continue to expand, and you're going to have more awareness. You're going to start living more consciously. And then gratitude and appreciation to keep the positive flow of amazing experiences, opportunities, and feelings coming your way. To appreciate means to make more of. So leave something in the comments below that you're grateful for, so that what you appreciate expands, because this is the perfect time for setting those intentions. I'm super grateful for each and every one of you. And remember, if you're local, come join my Goddess Gathering tonight at 7 p.m. Yay! Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys later this week. Bye.